Welcome to AlphaCars and Motorcycles. My name is Dimitri, and we're here with Ian.
Hey, everybody.
We're here to remind our subscribers, and if you're watching this channel for the first time, you want to consider subscribing. You may want to consider subscribing not to miss out on exciting content. Today we're going to remind you, yes, we do motorcycles with sidecars. We certainly do regular motorcycles. We do a lot with cars, but today we're going to look at
Beach buggies.
beach buggies. Yes. So we all know about VW based the original beach buggy, and those are kind of cool. But if you own one, you know this is not often something you can just go and turn the key. We do have brand new buggies available, and we're going to show them to you. It's basically, you have the time to go, you get in, you turn the key, and it's a 4-cylinder, fuel-injected, rear engine, automatic automobile. How good are they? Let's check it out together.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So here we have the two automobiles, except for the color and a soft top option, they're identical. And these are the brand new beach buggies. The fiberglass body on a metal frame, fully independent suspension, 4-cylinder fuel injected. It also has a 4-speed automatic transmission. And you would say, well, I want to have this with 3 pedals. I really want to have fun. But this is a beach buggy. This is about being comfy and different people being able to operate this awesome motor vehicle. So yes, it is a 4-speed automatic. It has electrically controlled parking brakes. So all you do is just push the button and it's on, just like on the modern cars. And this is quite modern. It looks vintage, but as I said, it is fuel injected. It's got looks like vintage style, but these are electronic gauges. The radio looks vintage, but it's actually Bluetooth and has different sources for media, including the SD card, USB source, and it's waterproof and so forth. It's got decent speakers, and it does have room for 4 people. So in the back, you can see, the seat moves forward, and can you still fit a person like my size? Getting in this buggy is pretty cool. You just slip in there, and it's comfy. The seats are awesome. I'm not suggesting you should do that, but it's like, yeah, you can really have fun in a buggy.
And you look good too.
Yes, but you should not have any body parts sticking outside of the vehicle, just so you know. This is if you pulled over and you're just relaxing. You shouldn't be doing that when the vehicle is in motion. But it's certainly really, really cool. It's actually pretty comfy. I have headroom, and I can have fun in this vehicle. Especially if I have a nice group of people. Ian, would you go on something like this?
Oh, that'd be a blast.
Yeah.
Especially nice beach day on a coast road.
Yeah, and these, you can hang on to them. They're really heavy-duty stainless steel. Very nice material. Alcantara feel on the inside, very durable. You could move the seats forward, which will make it easier for your passengers. So a little bit. So there's a little, actually, this is, even being here now is much more comfortable. And that's roughly where I had this seat. So.
And still plenty of legroom in the front too.
Yeah.
With that Ford.
So getting out, and again, I haven't really experimented much. This is my first time getting back here. I spent plenty of time as a passenger and as a driver of that vehicle. We have a few hundred miles on that one. We had it for different events and just had a blast in that one. So I've driven that one in a front and was a passenger, but in the back, it's not bad. So let's see what's the best way getting out of here. I would say just go for it. And it looks like it will work. Yeah.
I don't think there's any right or wrong answer.
Yeah. So you can go right across the seat, or you can move yourself forward and then come out from here. And since Ian is here with the camera, I'll show you how easy and it is to lower the top. So it's pretty much what you do is this here, you can loosen this up a little bit. Not much, you don't need to loosen much, like this, just to get this loosened up, just one end, okay? So with this off, we can now do the same on this side. We don't need to loosen anything here. Then, as you can see, you can remove the top completely, or you can kind of collapse it back here. We'll do it both ways. But let me show you in the front, Ian, if you come over here. Brilliant design. It couldn't get any simpler. So there's a little bit of preload here, not much. So you just squeeze it a little and it slips over and it stays reliably, because otherwise it pulls back and it's not going anywhere. But now that we don't have any back pressure, we just push it forward. This comes off. And then all we want to do is kind of just roll it back. I will not do a very neat job right now. I'll just roll it back. But you get the idea. So once this is done, this pretty much comes back down like this. And
now it's going to be a lot easier to get in the.
Yeah, so getting in and out is much easier.
Jump in.
Yeah, and if you know you're really not into a top, the same thing here, you just put a little bit of pressure and you take that off. And you do the same on this side and it comes off. So now the top, you can put it away. We're going to put it here just for now. Not a big deal, it doesn't take much room. So you can see how it looks. And yeah, now getting in is you can go from any direction. You can come from here, you can come from there.
Something that stands out to me is the retro styling, but everything's brand new. You look in here and you almost expect there to be wear and tear, but there's none. It's brand new. I own a vintage VW, and all of these seals, everything starts to crack and fade, and it's the same styling as this, but with this being a new vehicle, it's super impressive.
Yeah.
Stress-free, no headaches.
Absolutely, and you get 2 cup holders, and everything is waterproofed here. So this carpet is very nice, and it's kind
of like a rubber-based soft.
It is, and it's super heavy duty, and you don't even have to. If you don't like it, you don't have to wear it, because there is aluminum floorboard that covers up the fiberglass body. And as far as the drivetrain, we have. Oops, let's get this. All you do is actually just pull on it. There's no hood release. Everything is simple. So it has these, and by the way, the fiberglass quality is very, very good here. So it has these tabs and
just pressure fit.
Yeah, pressure fit. And yes, we'll show you the engine, no, don't you worry. So Ian, if you get on that other side,
sure,
you can take a look. So we have a very nice chain-driven, no timing belt to worry about, chain-driven, direct ignition, electronic fuel-injected engine. It has a typical OBD2, just a standard OBD plug for diagnosis. The engine control module is right there, fuel filter is right there, a couple of sensors, cooling system, air filter, very, very easy to get to. 1, 2, 3, 4. For those technical people that are, what's up with that 4-speed automatic transmission? There it is. Again, it's very similar to a Toyota transmission right there. And
CV axles.
Yeah, CV joint, constant velocity
very
joints, independent suspension, very simple braking system. And
coilover shocks.
Yeah, adjustable. Are they? I believe they
Yep,
are.
I can see the collar.
Yeah, adjustable front
So
and back.
preload adjustable.
If you end up buying one of these, it actually has a battery disconnect because they're designed, most people don't use them every day, so you may have to store yours for a few weeks, maybe a couple of months. So there's actually a battery disconnect with a key. You can turn and remove the key. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it. It's kind of under the dash.
But still easy access once you're in there.
Yeah, absolutely, easy access. It does have a hood release. I forgot for a second where it is, but it's in your typical spot. So this has a hydraulic support, okay? And it does have some compartment here. I was always thinking like, what can you do with it? Not very much. I don't think you want to have anything back here because there is a fan that, you know, pulls the fluid, pulls the air through your radiator. So I'm sure it's pretty warm up there. But again, it shows you the simplicity of this vehicle. Here's the steering rack, and these are the coolant lines. And by the way, the coolant lines go from the engine, from the back up here, and they're metal pipes. If you look at that, that's actually a substantial metal pipe. The coolant hoses are only here and by the engine. So the battery is right there. That's your windshield washer fluid. This is the fuse box, which is a nice modern design, and the diagnostic connectors underneath. Here's your brake fluid and the nice, cute little brake booster. This is the structure for the hood. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Yeah, so, and here is the hood lock. So, and the one next to it is the ice blue version. That's the name of this color. And we actually, since we sold plenty of these, a number of people asked us, is there something for the side enclosures? And there wasn't anything. So we took it to our upholstery shop, and we worked with them for years, and we left the vehicle with them for, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks, and they did all kinds of measurements. They did kind of like test sections, and they came out with this really awesome design. If you check this out, you can see, first of all, high-end material. This is the same plexi that would be used on like high-end Porsches and stuff. The rivets, everything is high-end stuff, and the way it's installed, you can see there are reinforcement strips that are stitched in. So it's designed and made to last. So then these things come off, and you can see that again, to make it tighter.
A little more weather tight.
Yeah, so there's actually, this seal is inserted in between. And as you can see right here, that's pretty much the whole structure. And then, if you just wanted to unzip this area real quick, and you don't want to go through the trouble of doing everything that I just did. Yeah, I love these buttons because they're nice and smooth, not sticking. Yeah, and you can see this line. So that's pretty much that. And now getting in and out is similar to what we did over there, except here you would have to flip that up, get in there, bring this down, and it's not much fun being there with these enclosures. You want to be out, but if you're caught in the weather conditions where you really need them and want them, you have this option here. So that's pretty much it. And then if you wanted to remove this altogether, you would just take this out. We also designed a section for the back, which turned out to be really, really nice. Yeah, this one, I remember we went to the shop and worked together on some ideas, and we came up with this enclosure for the back, which works out great. Very easy to install, and it pretty much gets its tension from these side straps that you now know how they work from the other top we showed you. And for those that like a little lighter interior, this is very, very pretty and definitely has that summer feel.
Nice contrast.
From the
between
90s.
Yeah.
Does it give you like the feel of the 90s with this color?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm not too familiar with the feel of the 90s because I was born at the end of the 90s. Yeah, I do like the color contrast though.
Yeah. So
really,
that's
really
pretty
either
much...
of these is gonna turn heads the moment you pull up anywhere or drive by.
Oh yeah. No, we went with this just, I think it was last weekend. And we participated, every year we do this microcar event. It's pretty amazing. We'll actually leave you a link for the event so you know what it is. And this car did phenomenal. It had so many fans. It had so many fans. So maybe we just take this one out, Ian.
Sure.
Since we already have a plate on it, and we have a couple of miles on this one already. So we can take it on. I think this is a very well-deserved video because last time we did a video,
It started raining.
It started raining, but we were doing video about the enclosure, so it definitely helped us out. Yes, let's put the seat belts on. I'll hold this for you, Ian, if you want. And then, so you can see, yeah, the seat belt is good. I'm gonna put the seat belt on. Yeah, the seats are very comfortable. There it is. Yeah, very accessible. I'm sitting on my phone, so it's got a nice spot for the phone right there, right here. And there are plenty of spaces. If you have like a phone holder, it could be placed anywhere, it could be powered up. And then it connects through Bluetooth with the radio of the beach buggy. And look at that. I haven't seen many cars when you have the rest, like a race style rest pad for the passenger.
It has a dead pedal for the passenger.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. You can brace with it too when you're having fun in your adverse terrain.
Yep, and it's got actually pretty decent speakers with the tweeters over there.
Yeah, it's got nice component speakers.
Yeah. Today is actually an awesome day to take the whole top off. Yeah, it shifts nice and smooth. The steering wheel is nice and straight.
Love the gauges. Very easy to read.
Yeah.
Got your temperature, speedometer, tachometer, and a fuel gauge.
Plenty of gas.
Yep.
Yeah, and you get some wind flaps from the top just because and we can tighten up those straps in the back to keep it tighter and it will reduce it, but you're gonna get that no matter what. Yeah, and what's nice about suspension, if it's a little too tight or a little too soft, you can just go ahead and adjust it. It will take, what, 15, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, I mean, these are so accessible. I don't think you'd have to really get it up off the ground that high.
That's right. Wow.
It's a nice horn.
It's a very nice horn. We got windshield wipers. And you don't even hear the wiper motor. Some luxury cars, you get ones where the wiper motor or the blow motors at lower speed, it makes so much noise. Well, here you don't need to worry about the blow motor, it doesn't have one. But the wipers, they're so quiet.
Yeah, that's impressive.
So this car does not have air conditioning, and it doesn't have a heating system.
Simplicity.
Yeah. You know what? I might take this top off altogether just for...
When I think that rear window might have been catching the wind and making it flap a little bit.
A little bit more, yes, I agree. So let's pull this down.
Perfect sunny day for the beach buggy.
It is definitely, yeah. Yeah, this is the one you definitely would enjoy more than, yeah, it definitely wasn't as tight as I would normally have them.
Yeah, I think if that maybe was properly tensioned without the rear window, there'd be no noise at all.
Yep. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, and look at this material. The underside it's really fancy.
High quality and thick.
Yeah.
Thick as well.
Yeah. And this, you can kind of keep it like this, or you can pull these off and take that off. We obviously need to keep it in the vehicle. We're not going to leave it here, but you can, just so you can see how it looks without the top. Yeah, there it is. So let's see how the engine feels after a little drive. Yeah, so here's the air intake. It's throttle by wire. So it's a very modern vehicle.
Yeah.
So it's got that.
Coilover plug.
Coilover plug, fuel injection, and it's a classic, very, very simple system.
And there's the shocks right there. One of the shocks to
Yeah,
adjust.
right there. So it's very, very simple. I'd actually soften it up. Just for two of us, it felt like it was a little too tight.
Yeah.
Again, if we were trying to make some time on the back roads.
You definitely want it a little stiffer. But
Yes. But yeah, it's got nice details throughout, very nice high quality stainless steel hardware, nice wheels.
And it looks great even with a little bit of dirt on it too. Because as you said, this was just used for a weekend.
Yes, we put a few hundred miles and we picked up some bugs. So we picked up some bugs in a beach buggy. Look at this participant right there. Yeah, and the way it's built, it's quite impressive. So we are very happy while we were using this machine. Here's actually the gas cap is right here. The gas tank is made from metal, and it's located kind of below the seat, behind the engine. And to get in there, it looks like your typical high quality, modern filler.
Very easy and straightforward.
Oh yeah, definitely. And look at the substantial cover. This is thick.
Yeah, no one's breaking in and stealing your gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's busting that open.
Is the street legal? In most states, it is. It is a kit car. So these are sold as a body and a drivetrain. So there's a lot goes into assembling them, and it's not like just like in some of these electronic games that you can click the button and the whole car gets assembled or disassembled. This is a lot of work. It's 2 or 3 days of work for technician to set up the drivetrain, to put it in there, to make all the connections, make all the adjustments. So there's a road tests and then get it. So it is definitely important who sets it up. And obviously with AlphaCars' reputation and expertise, this is definitely one of the best, if not the best place to get one of these vehicles. So yes, it is street legal, and the reason it's street legal because it's sold as a kit car. But please understand, compared to some modern vehicles, it cannot have the same level of safety. So can it travel on the highway? You certainly can go on the highway, but this is not the safest vehicle to be on the highway. And it's probably you're not going to enjoy it as much as if you took the back road. So let's just be realistic about that. That's important to understand. But on back roads, certainly on a beach where you can go, this would be absolutely a blast. In small towns, in vacation properties, this is an unbelievable car to have, unbelievable value. And you can be on a golf course, you can be on little streets, and if you need to cover an exit or two on the highway, I don't think it's an unreasonable thought. So yeah, in anything else we want to talk about?
I do like the little rotors in the front. They're very cute. And they're discs, which is nice. Discs all around.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. because it does have 4-wheel disc brakes.
Yep, nice solid rotors there.
Yeah.
You can see how clean the surfaces are. They're wearing nice and evenly.
Yeah.
So, like we talked about, it's really, really turnkey, modern car amenities and a nice retro stylish body.
Yeah. You want to drive it back?
Sure.
Oh, this thing is cool. This thing is really, really, really,
Very
really-
easy to drive.
Yeah. Yeah, the engine runs so quiet. It definitely reminds me of those Toyota Corollas from the 90s.
Yeah. Simple reliability
Yep.
and a very fun package. And
Yep.
as Dimitri was talking about earlier in the video, you know, some may want the 3 pedals and the manual, but there is something fun about just putting it in drive and not worrying about it. And it's fun for the whole family. You let your friends drive it.
And again, I'm not suggesting anything unreasonable, but you can stand in this thing. You can stand here. Check this out. It obviously is much easier getting in and out. Look at
Yeah.
this. You can just stand. Yeah.
It is an awesome feeling without having the roof and having these kind of lowest sides.
Yeah.
Go the short way back or the
Yeah,
long
let's
way?
go the long way because we can pick up a little bit of. Route 111 is technically a state highway, so it's a 2-lane, but
Yeah, it shifts buttery smooth.
have you driven this before?
I've driven it around our building and not on the open road. So now going through all the gears, you almost don't even know it's shifting. It's so smooth.
I know. Yes. Yeah, the gas gauge, your RPM gauge, just for fun. You don't really need it. Temperature gauge, it's good to have. We'll take a left.
And the brakes as well. The brakes work so well. I was barely putting any pressure and we came right to a stop. You know, in a vintage beach buggy, that may not be the same. And I believe most of those had drums all the way around unless you convert them.
Yeah, it's a different ownership experience. This one is more about just when you have time, you go and have fun.
Yeah, steering wheel is very comfortable. Nice 3-spoke. And the back of this, it may be hard to see on camera, but the back is kind of knurled so your fingers lock in. And it's very comfortable.
Wow, you definitely feel the road. This is maybe even a little better than sidecar motorcycles. But
Yeah, I mean-
actually, the price is comparable.
Yeah, that's true.
And you get 4 wheels on the ground because sidecar motorcycles, they come with 4 wheels, but one is a spare.
We get one more seat. We get 4 seats
Yes, yeah.
and a roof.
You get additional 2 cylinders.
I mean, a Euro motorcycle has a tonneau cover. So it
Yes.
kind of has a roof for the sidecar, but not for a passenger.
For a little dog, it would work. Yes. Yeah, it's got a center console. You can put a few goodies there. We mentioned cup holders, and you can see there are plenty of room around pedals. Certainly plenty of room for your feet. Like, I'm not even touching. I would have to move forward. Actually, I should be moving forward.
Awesome visibility as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, let's go in the race mode. See how it picks up.
Sounds
it does,
good.
Yeah, it
Nice
sounds good.
induction noise.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at the speed limit. We're at around 45.
Wow, that was a good acceleration.
Only a few seconds.
Yeah. And look at those buggy eyes and 2 wipers. And it's quiet. You don't hear the
Yeah,
engine.
not a single shake in the wheel, suspension, wheels and tires. Everything is really butter smooth.
Yeah, and the mirrors don't vibrate. Pretty substantial stamps over there.
No, yeah. Yeah, even going over the bumps, you know, the mirrors are perfectly clear.
Unfortunately, we'll be back to work momentarily. Here's AlphaCars. Showroom on the right. Delivery area service center. parts
Can try out,
e-store.
try out that turning circle again.
Yeah, let's check that out. It almost goes around itself.
Wow, I wasn't even at full lock too.
Can you try to do it here? Like go all the way there. Yeah, you have like 3 feet over there. Can we still make it?
Oh, easy.
This is unreal.
It's a good city car.
Yeah. There's actually another thought I want to share. When it comes to special interest vehicles, there are classic cars, there are modern classics, there are exotics, and then we all have our own budget for what are we willing to spend for something like that if we're going to take that path. So in the budget between, say, $20,000 to $40,000, believe it or not, there aren't too many vehicles. If you're looking for turnkey, go and have fun. Yes, we all have different interests, and if you like challenges, mechanical challenges, looking for parts, fabricating things, making things work, yes, you can go out, you can build your own car. That would cost a lot more. You can buy components to do a kit car, and there are different kit cars. Very few you will end up in the mid to high 20s, something that would be roadworthy anyway. But this car already comes painted. That could be easily $5,000 to $7,000. Already comes with suspensions, and the suspensions are not your cheapies. These are actually adjustable design suspensions. It already comes with a fuel system. So if we start counting these components in the real world costs, especially today's costs, I think you will exceed $50,000. So this is an outstanding value that you can get what we call out of the box, because we already assembled it. It's ready to go, and it's road legal in most of the states. So definitely check your state, but certainly in the state of Massachusetts and many other states, we know it is road legal. So I wanted to share that thought. Just think for a second about the value, not only fun. As far as how much fun you get per your dollar, this is hard to beat.
Well, I think we've covered everything on this beach buggy. We've done a thorough inspection in the showroom, really shown you how it's a brand new vehicle with that awesome retro styling. And we just want to thank you for watching this. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe so then you don't miss out on the latest motoring content. And if you have any questions about these, feel free to leave a comment below. We'll do our best to respond, or give us a call at 978-263-9000.